Welcome back to the KGFW Rewind, the show where we take the previous week's Kearney High football game, condense it down into a half an hour for you just in case you missed it, or if you want to go back and listen to it again. We're bringing you the semifinal matchup between the Kearney High Bearcats and the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. Now, you'll recall, earlier in the season, the Kearney High Bearcats beat the Junior Jays here in Kearney 24-7. That game, big implications because the winner of that game would go on to be the division winner. The winner of this game goes to the championship game in Lincoln, so a bit more on the line. And it looked like Kearney High had this game pretty much in the bag. They took a 16-3 lead into the locker room, and they had a lot of momentum because they had a great drive to end that first half, and it looked like the game was well in hand. Football is a game of adjustments, and Creighton Prep Junior Jays proved that. When they came out of the locker room in this game in the second half, they looked like an entirely different team. They won the coin toss and they chose to defer, so they got the first possession of the second half. That first possession would be 14 plays and would take them almost 7 minutes. They would go down the field and finally punch the ball into the end zone.
First and goal at the 6. One receiver right, one left. I formation, Bartling the deep back, bone break. Hands it off to Sims. Sims will find the end zone. Touchdown, Luke Sims. His 17th rushing touchdown of the year. And Creighton Prep puts up 6 here in the third quarter to tighten this game up a bit.
I got to give the Junior Jays credit. It was a great drive to start the second half off, and the momentum would swing pretty heavily in the Junior Jays' favor. Kearney would get the ball, and a great return by Isaiah Stallbird would give them possession on their own 42. A short field looked like a perfect recipe to match the Junior Jays and put points back on the board and keep that lead. Well, the Junior Jays showed why they were the team to beat to earn their chance for a championship. They would buckle down on defense, and Kearney would go the wrong way on their first possession of the second half, and it would end like this.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Maisner lined up to the left of Coster in the shotgun. Under pressure, wants to throw, and he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That is only the third time a Kearney High quarterback has been sacked this year, and the Bearcats are going to be turned away. A loss on the play, back to the 24. It is going to be 4th down and 28.
4th and 28 is not the situation you want to be in if you're Kearney, and that's your first possession of the second half. Luckily for the Bearcats, they've got Cannon Coster, and he's got just as good of a punting leg as he has a throwing arm. He punts one heck of a ball and flips the field, meaning the Junior Jays are going to start with the ball on their own 36-yard line. Momentum was firmly in the Junior Jays' favor. They'd take the ball, and it would take them 12 plays to march down the field this time. As a matter of fact, those 3 plays from the line of scrimmage for the Kearney Bearcats would be the only plays that they would run on offense throughout the entire third quarter. The third quarter ended with the Junior Jays punching the ball into the end zone.
They'll spot him at the 4, so a pickup of 2. It's 3rd and goal for Creighton Prep. And boy, doesn't this feel familiar, Kyle. Week 8, Creighton Prep had it 1st and goal at the Bearcat 4, and the Bearcat defense denied Creighton Prep. They need a similar stand here, and we may not see this play until the 4th quarter. 10 seconds remaining.
You want to be careful
7.
of a little jailbreak screen, bubble screens here.
1 receiver right, 1 left. No, there's a handoff to Sims right up the middle, and Sims is into the end zone for the touchdown. His 2nd touchdown run of the game. Luke Sims has tied this football game up at 16 apiece, and that is the final play of the third quarter.
The Junior Jays would make the point after attempt to give them the 1-point lead, 17-16 at the end of the third quarter. Things looking very up for the Kearney High Bearcats to begin the third quarter, looking very bad for the Kearney High Bearcats to end the third quarter. 12 minutes to go in the game. Kearney High would get the ball on their own 20 thanks to a touchback from the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. 2 huge plays would give Kearney High the opportunity that they needed to finally answer back, and it would be one Miko Maisner who would help them out.
Miko Maisner, the deep back. Here's a pitch to Miko. Has it at the 5 to 10. Touchdown! Miko made a man miss at the 5-yard line, and takes it into the end zone. Bearcats retake the lead here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 48 seconds remaining.
Miko Maisner, the savior at that moment with the 9-yard touchdown run, would give the Bearcats back the lead. However, Gabe Hines would miss the point after attempt. It would be his second miss on the point after attempt in this game, and that's important. I want you to remember that. Creighton Prep Junior Jays, with 8:39 left to go in the game, start their next drive on their own 37, and it was the Luke Sims and Sam Bonebrake show. They'd get a couple big plays. They'd quickly be in Kearney High Bearcat territory, and things looked bad. The last two times the Creighton Prep Junior Jays had the ball, they had touchdowns, and it looked like this one was going to end up the same way. Kearney did everything they could on defense, but they just couldn't stop the Junior Jays offense in the second half.
Second and goal at the Bearcat 1. Again, Sims the deep back. Bonebrake will keep it himself, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Sam Bonebrake with the 1-yard touchdown dive, and Creighton Prep has taken the lead with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. It is 23-22.
With less than 3 minutes remaining and the score sitting at 23-22, how big are those two missed point after attempts? Well, Creighton Prep Junior Jays knew that they had to put a little bit of pressure on the Kearney High Bearcats. That's why they decided to do this.
And they will be going for two here. Two receivers to the left. I formation, Sims the deep back. Pitch it to Sims, and he is going to be stopped short by Josh Ray. So the two-point conversion fails, and the Bearcats now trail by one with 2:42 to go. Kearney High trailing 23-22. You're listening to Kearney High football on your home for the Bearcats, KGFW.
You couldn't ask for a better football game than this. 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining after the defense steps up and rejects the two-point conversion for the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. So now you're down by one with less than 3 minutes remaining, and you have 80 yards to go. What do? You turn to your star players, the guys who've been stepping up all season long. Thad Huber, your number is up first.
One receiver left, three to the right. Coster rolling to his right, wants to throw. Across the middle, has a man out there. The catch is made by Thad Huber. A defender was draped on him, but Huber wanted the football more.
That 19-yard reception by Thad Huber keeps the drive alive. We're now under 2 minutes to go. Thad Huber wanted that ball more. How much do the Kearney High Bearcats want this victory? Other players stepping up, making big plays. Cannon Coster to one of his favorite targets.
Stahlberg will be the deep back. Now will line up in the slot on the right. Coster wants to throw, has time, looking deep for his man, has him out there. The catch is made at the 12-yard line. A beautiful catch by Brett Obermiller. And with 17 seconds to go, the Bearcats can call a timeout and maybe get the field goal unit. I think they're going to keep the offense out there and just spike the football.
That just goes to show you how good and complete of a team this Kearney High team really is. All season long, different guys stepping up in different situations to make the big play. Brett Obermiller, not too much action in that game against the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. That doesn't matter. A big 29-yard reception. He leaped into the air. It was a 50-50 ball, and Obermiller simply wanted it more. That leaves it with 2 seconds left to go. You put it on the back of your kicker. Gabe Hines, step up to the plate.
So again, Braden Miller has his knee down at the 14. This is a 24-yard field goal attempt by Gabe Hines to win the game. The hold is good. The kick is up. His kick is good. Kearney High is heading to the state championship. A last second field goal, a 24-yarder from Gabe Hines punches the Bearcats ticket.
What?
They're heading to Lincoln. They've defeated Creighton Prep 25-23.
I don't know much more than I can say than that. If you could see me through the radio, goosebumps. And it's a week after this had all happened. That means Kearney High punches their ticket. They're one of 2 teams left standing in all of Class A football. They will take on Omaha North in Lincoln this upcoming Tuesday. And of course, you can hear that game right here on KGFW. Our coverage of the game starts at 6 o'clock. The kickoff is at 7:15, but we've got a special Road to Lincoln that you're not going to want to miss, and then an extended pregame show with myself and Dave Jenner as we highlight everything that you need to prepare for the Kearney High Bearcats as they take on Omaha North for the Class A championship. I'm Kyle LaBoria. It's been a pleasure to be with you all season long for the KGFW Rewind show. We're going to have one more for you as once again the Kearney High Bearcats are headed to Lincoln for the Class A football championship. Coming up next, Radio Real Estate right here on KGFW, home of the Bearcats. Bearcats.